following is a production of Learfield Sports.
This copyrighted telecast is the property of Black Bear Sports Properties, LLC, an affiliate of Learfield Sports, LLC, under rights granted by the University of Maine. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, reproduction, or other dissemination or use of this telecast or any part of it without the express written consent of Black Bear Sports Properties, LLC, is prohibited. This legal disclaimer is brought to you by Lanham, Blackwell & Baber, proud supporter of the Black Bears. If you have any legal questions, visit them at lanhamblackwell.com. Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of the Black Bear Insider. I'm your host, Brian Sullivan. We've got a fantastic show on tap for you this week. We'll speak with Maine women's basketball player Liz Wood, maybe the front-runner to be the America East Player of the Year. We'll also speak with Lynn Coutts as her Maine softball team gets ready to play in just a few short weeks. We'll also head to the Cross Insurance Center for an LGBT initiative called You Can Play. It's a game that was played back in January, and it's doing a lot in the community. We'll also catch up with the Maine baseball team as they're making their presence felt in the community with a project that they entitled Pitching In. We all know the home ice advantage that Alfond Arena brings to the Maine Black Bear hockey teams. We'll catch up with a few of those super fans to talk about why it is they love their team so much. We'll also take a look at the U.S. Cellular upcoming schedule. This is the Black Bear Insider. The Black Bear Insider is brought to you by Lanham, Blackwell & Baber, U.S. Cellular, UMaine Recreation and Fitness Center, Fisher Plows, Maine Savings Federal Credit Union, EBS Building Supplies, and Digital Workshop.
Welcome to U.S. Cellular.
My family of 4 would like to switch to your best plan ever.
You know you don't actually need 4 people to get our best plan pricing.
Oh.
You can connect anywhere between 2 and 6 devices to our 10 gig plan, and we'll pay off your old contract.
We'll just take the 2 lines then for a phone and a tablet.
So, how long you been married?
Switch to our best plan pricing and get our new $100 trading guarantee. U.S. Cellular.
No matter what your game is, indoors or out, the Student Recreation and Fitness Center at the University of Maine is your place to play, work out, relax, and have fun. The Rec Center has state-of-the-art cardio and weight training equipment, a pool, spa, and sauna, a running track, and more than 60 fitness classes a week. Or take your game outside with the Maine-bound Adventure Center. Hit the climbing or bouldering wall, learn how to kayak, go rock climbing. Whatever game you like, the Student Recreation and Fitness Center is your place to play.
In case you're wondering, it's the Fisher Extreme V, taking snowplow efficiency to a whole new level.
Welcome back to the Black Bear Insider, now joined by Maine softball coach Lynn Coutts. Lynn, thank you very much for joining us, and it's a very exciting time of year. Next thing you know, we're going to be playing some softball.
It's great to think about sunshine and green grass right now, isn't it, with another snowstorm coming. Yeah, we're setting up to leave February 12th to head out to our first tournament in North Florida. So we're excited. Girls have been working real hard, so we're really looking forward to it.
I know it's difficult for you, but for the average Joe to think about playing softball on February the 13th, it's a little off-putting, and particularly when you, well, not off-putting, but a little different than when you look outside and all you see are snowbanks. But you guys are nonetheless getting ready to fire up here.
This is the Maine way. I mean, we have not had any of, I know nothing different. I mean, playing here and now coaching here, we don't know any different. So we don't talk about the weather. We have the privilege to be in the Haney Dome, so
Sure.
The temperature there is great. As far as we know, we've got grass there. We're going to play. The biggest adjustment is to get outside in the sun and the high sky. That's the biggest adjustment, and just getting adjusted to the sun as hitters. So that's why we use that first weekend to do that. But we're going to be facing some tough competition, so it'll be interesting.
No, explain to me what the makeup of this year's squad is going to be.
Well, we brought in 8 freshmen and 1 transfer junior. Our Our transfer junior is a catcher. She's from Maine. She's from Kennebunk, Janelle Bouchard. So she's brought a little more competitiveness, some aggressiveness. We have a little bit of both, of power. We've got a little more speed this year, which will be nice. Our freshmen have been pushing our upperclassmen. We've got along great. They're complementing each other, so we're excited to just put it out and see what we have. We're carrying about 23 right now, which is about 2 deep in each area. So it's competition every day, and I think that's been great for us.
Now, when you get into your first couple of games of the year, do you try and get everybody a few innings and a little playing time to see what you have, or is it the other side of the coin where you get your veterans out there to get your legs underneath you and then you work the younger kids in?
Yeah, I think that's how we'll do it. A lot of times, too, when you have your returning players, we give them that opportunity again. I think as far as experience, you can't teach experience, so I don't want to put freshmen out there unless I have to, and we've done that the last 3 years. I'm not opposed to it. We started 4 freshmen last year. I'll put in whoever is performing well that can help us win. So we'll see what happens. It kind of plays inning by inning. We kind of get a feel for it.
Sure. So you talked a little bit about who you brought in, but you've also got some big bats coming back. Talk to me a little bit about the offense.
We have Jess Burks back as a senior. MJ Fogel's a senior. We're losing 6 seniors this year. Some of our bats, though, are going to be our new freshmen and our sophomores that performed pretty well last year. Our sophomores did. So again, it's kind of wait and see approach. We have high expectations, so we'll see whoever can do it.
In terms of your pitching staff?
Pitching, we have Alexis Bogdanovich out of South Portland is back. She'll probably be our number 1 at this point. And her sister Erin, who's a 6'2" lefty, didn't pitch last year at all. She was injured. She's coming along really well. We have a couple freshmen coming in as well. Molly Flowers out of Connecticut, and looking for some big innings from her as well.
So there's your pitching staff, your offense makeup. Have you set goals for the season? Are you even there yet? What kind of things are you guys talking about as day in, day out of practice?
I think our biggest focus is absolutely the process. Everybody that plays sports wants to win, and we want to win a championship and want to go to regional. However, we have to do all of the little things. We don't talk about batting averages. We talk about quality at bats. We talk about moving runners, being unselfish, and that's kind of where we are. We keep it small. We have little games within our game. Everybody has a job to do, and the wins will take care of themselves.
Okay, and it all begins on February the 13th.
It does.
All right, good. Best of luck to you and your team. Well, a couple of tough questions for Lynn there. Now we have a couple more questions for the athletic director here at the University of Maine. Let's take a visit to Carsons Corner.
Fan support is so important for all of our programs and our student athletes. Our student athletes love playing in front of great crowds at the Cross Insurance Center and at Alfond Arena, Alfond Stadium, all of our venues. Now's an especially fun time of year when our basketball teams are getting the home stretch of America East games, and hockey's hosting great matchups with all of our Hockey East opponents.
She's near the top of nearly every statistical category in the America East this season, and she's only 3 points away from scoring 1,000 in her career. When the Black Bear Insider returns, we'll hear from junior Liz Wood.
You support your Black Bears at the game. Now, you can support them everywhere you go. Introducing the exclusive Black Bear debit card only at Maine Savings. The Black Bear debit card is free to you and supports the Black Bear Fund each time you use your card for a purchase. Just open a Red Wallet account at Maine Savings. Stop into our new College Avenue branch or any of our other convenient branches. Show your pride. Make a difference. The exclusive Black Bear debit card only at Maine Savings.
EBS Building Supplies knows time is the most valuable resource you have. That's why they offer free delivery anywhere in their service area. Fast, convenient, and free. That's the EBS way. So whether you're a professional contractor or a do-it-yourself homeowner, no delivery is too small or too big, and custom ordering is always available. Use EBS free delivery to make your life easier and your home improvement project complete faster. EBS Building Supplies. Can do. Just ask.
How's that 4G LTE? Hold on. You sure you got service? Yeah, I've got US Cellular. Okay, here it is. Pretend you're a tree.
US Cellular built coverage way out here, so you can search the web in a pinch.
I can't believe the tree thing worked. What was your backup plan? Tower on you.
4G LTE towers where you don't expect it. National coverage where you most need it. US Cellular.
Welcome back to the Black Bear Insider, now joined by Maine women's basketball junior Liz Wood. Liz, thank you very much for being here, and I can't think of anyone we'd rather have on the show than the star of the Maine women's basketball team.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Now, things are just going fantastically for you and the team. Talk to me a little bit about where we are currently in the season.
Well, right now we're 8-1 in conference. We're tied for first in America East, which is great. We had a big win over Albany yesterday. Right now, we're just working on having a championship mindset. We've always known, like this season, that we could be one of the best teams in the league. So right now we're really starting to prove it and show up every day with that attitude.
Now, 8-1 conference, 16-6 on the year. When you came out of the gate, maybe a few struggles, a few stumbles as the season began. Did you think all the time that this was an attainable goal to be here where you are now?
Absolutely. I think we've known since the beginning of the season that we had the talent. We just know that we had to put it together. So, like you said, at the beginning of the season, we started off pretty rough. Lost some games we shouldn't have, but I think it was just a growing process. And, we're still growing every day, but I think we're starting to see what we're capable of.
Is there a moment or a practice or a game where you think things started to turn in the direction they're going now?
We've been playing well for a while, but I really think UNH was a big moment for us. We were tied for second before that game, and then beating them by 31 points was huge. Just Coach Barron always talked about to us before games, one day the floodgates are going to open. He knows we have talent and he knows that we're capable of amazing things, but we just hadn't seen it yet in the game. So I think that was one of those floodgate moments for us.
Sure. Now, you yourself, both academically and athletically, are achieving some nice things on campus. Talk to me a little bit about SAC. Let's start there, and something that you're very much involved with.
Yeah, so I'm co-president of SAC, which is Student Athlete Advisory Committee. We do a lot of work on campus trying to get the student athletes involved, both with the students that aren't athletes and in the community, like doing community service and stuff. So right now we're working on a student athlete talent show coming up on February 23rd, as well as You Can Play Night coming up this weekend at hockey.
What would be your talent?
Well, it's a surprise. You have to come. Yeah.
Okay. You guys also won the dodgeball contest, wasn't that right?
Yeah.
So, geez, you take the dodgeball and then the talent show.
Yeah, so the talent show is a competition. Athletes are competitive, so there will be prizes for first, second, and third place. So trying to win that too.
Look forward to that. Okay, fantastic. Now, on the court, you look through the statistical leaders in America East and you find your name and I think most of the categories. Things are really going well. Talk to me a little bit about your game on the court and how things have kind of taken off for you this season.
I think one of the things I really pride myself in as a player is my versatility. So, excuse me, I like to, try to help the team in any way I can, whether it's rebounds, points, and it really just depends on the game. So, lots of different categories, but whatever the team needs to win is what I'm trying to do out there.
Good. I can't ask anything more. Leading the conference in steals, I believe, at this point. So keep doing it. You go down to Albany, for the most part, the king of the America East, and you go down there and you beat them yesterday. How does that feel?
It feels great. The first time we played them was our one conference loss this season. It was a one-point game with less than a minute to go in the game. So we really knew that we were capable of winning. We just had to come out and execute. And, we had really big games from Siggy, Anna, and Chance all had big games yesterday for us. So I think that was really the key, just that people, even off the bench, like Chance came off the bench and scored 16 points. So that was huge, just that we have that depth and, we can go to different people. Now
you get about a month left in the season. You start to get moving. You get to think about maybe the next game, home game, taking on Hartford, home crowd. Looking forward to playing that one? Yeah, absolutely. It's always fun to play at home. We get pretty big home crowds this year, and we're hoping to keep that growing. I hear we have $1 hot dogs now, so everyone should come out to the Cross Insurance Center on Sunday. Looking forward to that. And then I guess just lastly, America East Championship, got to be the goal from day one, right? How are you feeling? This season we've actually tried not to focus on goals. In the back of your head, it's kind of always there. You want to win a championship. Like you never play to lose. Sure. So, but right now we're really just trying to be the best that we can be, and then I think the rest will take care of itself. Okay, there you go. Check them out. Maine women's basketball Sunday against Hartford. The rest of the season, the product, if you haven't seen it on the court, is fantastic.
When you think about Maine hockey, the fans love their team, and they're such a big part of what makes Alfond Arena one of the best places to play in the entire nation. We spoke with a couple of super fans to ask them why they hang out in the cold to get in to see their team.
Go Black Bears! I've been a Maine hockey fan for about 7 years now. I've been going to school here on and off. My first year was in 2009. I came to one game that fall and was hooked, and it's something that's never going to get old for me. When I was a full-time student, I'd usually get here about 10 a.m. on game days. Some days as early as 7. It's the atmosphere. You know, there's a group of core students who show up. We're just crazy. They call us maniacs for a reason. We love the atmosphere. We love the hockey team. We love the Alfond. Everything about it. It's a small, cramped space, and we love leading the section and doing everything we can to cheer on the student section. What's your favorite part about playing UNH?
Beating them.
Beating them?
Yeah.
I agree.
The rivalry, you know?
The great border war. We love the border war.
Yeah. We do have a good hockey team.
I am the biggest UMaine fan there is. Okay. Go Black Bears!
What's your favorite thing about UMaine hockey games?
The cheers, the student section, and the connection with the players, because you can tell when they hear you and they really like what you had just yelled, and it feels like a real connection.
Why wait in line for Maine hockey?
Why not wait in line for Maine hockey?
Nice!
What's your favorite UMaine UNH memory?
When we beat them.
There we go.
Each and every time we beat them.
What's your favorite part of UMaine UNH games?
The attitude in the crowd.
Yeah.
Definitely.
The
The liveliness. Fans are awesome.
Atmosphere is super great.
Of course.
Why wait in the cold for this game?
Because it's worth it.
Free t-shirts.
Free t-shirts, okay. How many hockey games do you guys normally go to per year?
Every single one.
single
Since
one?
I was 5.
Nice. How many years have you been here as a student?
I'm a freshman this
Freshman? Okay, so this is your first game in the student section?
year. Yep, first game of UNH in the student section.
Awesome. What are you looking forward to most?
Probably the crowd, how we get really rowdy. I love it.
Yeah.
Beating UNH. Winning.
We all look forward to.
Hopefully.
Looking forward to Hayes. Hayes putting one in there, and the place going nuts, and the boys taking it all.
What brings you out here tonight?
What brings me out here is my wild school spirit, my love for UMaine, and the drive to be UNH tonight.
Yeah? How many hockey games have you been to this year?
All of them.
All of them?
All of them.
How long have you been here? How long do you normally wait in line for a game?
2 hours if necessary.
Yeah.
You know, eat breakfast, wake up, get in line.
Give me your best Go Black Bears.
Go!
Why do you come to UMaine UNH games?
Beat UNH because we got to show that we're a better school.
Yep. Have you been to a UMaine UNH game before?
Yes, I have.
What was your favorite part about it?
Well, the atmosphere. It's just everyone's going crazy. Even the parents, everyone's getting involved. It's loud and it's crazy and we're ready to go.
I think we'll beat them tonight?
Oh yeah, beat UNH. Let's go.
All right.
Off the diamond and in the community, the Maine baseball team is doing their part in the area. When we come back, we'll talk about their new initiative called Pitching In.
Hey Black Bear fans, my name is Brett Baber with Lanham Blackwell & Baber, and this is Compliance Corner, where we help you understand some of the most commonly misunderstood NCAA rules and regulations that affect our student athletes and the Black Bear athletic program. Today I'd like to talk to you about the requirements necessary to become a Division I student athlete. To meet the minimum NCAA requirements to become a Division I athlete before August 2016, incoming students must graduate from high school, complete 16 core courses, earn a minimum 2.0 grade point average in those core courses, and earn a combined SAT or ACT score that matches their core course GPA on the NCAA provided sliding scale. And after August 2016, incoming student athletes enrolling for the first time must complete an even more stringent requirement, including graduating from high school, completing 16 core courses, including 10 before their 7th semester of high school, earn a minimum 2.3 grade point average in those core courses, and earn a combined SAT or ACT score that matches their core course GPA on the NCAA provided sliding scale. Fortunately, the NCAA has resources to help high school students prepare for Division I college athletics participation. If you are hoping to play Division I athletics or know someone who is, visit these NCAA sites on the bottom of the screen for more information. If you ever have any questions about this topic or any other compliance questions, feel free to contact the Black Bear Compliance Office at 207-581-1537 or visit goblackbears.com/information/compliance. This has been Compliance Corner, brought to you by Lanham Blackwell & Baber.
The Maine baseball team is making their presence felt in the community with a new project they call Pitching In.
Pitching In is sort of a community service thing that our team has participated in, and we kind of go out and we help people that are in need in the community that can't physically perform tasks like splitting wood for the winter and raking leaves in the fall, and we sent about like 10 guys to each place and basically went out there and helped them out, and the 10 guys got it done in an hour, 2 hours, whereas one individual person wouldn't have been able to get it done. It would have taken weeks. So it's just a little way of saying thank you for your support and just give back to the community a little bit.
So our guys actually wanted to take some thought and try to come up with something different. And the name Pitching In just came up, with the pun intended, I guess, where we just wanted to choose a few community members that might need a helping hand, stacking some wood, splitting some firewood, cleaning gutters, and painting houses is really what it came down to. So we just asked some of the people in the community that might know someone that might need a helping hand. And, of course, we got a lot of responses. But sometimes we sent 8 guys to a house. Sometimes we went out to Hamden, and we ended up sending about 16 guys out to the house and worked about 4 hours. I think we knocked out about 100 man-hours in 4 hours. So it was great. And I tell you, I know it helped the people out tremendously, and they couldn't thank us enough. Stepping back as a head coach, watching our kids enjoy doing it and actually feeling that they got a sense of accomplishment was probably a bigger part that wasn't measurable. But the kids really came back and were like, Coach, can I go next week? Can we find somebody else? And so it really was a neat thing to see our kids grow with.
Being that we're part of the baseball team here at UMaine, we try to impact them as much as we can in the community. So we learned so much from we had people in that community, in that council, such as Sean McKenna, who's a professor here at the university. We had a colonel from the Air Force Base nearby. We had Miss Ann Maxim from the student athlete, and it was just great to share our accomplishments as well as our problems, or our lack of a better term, our not so great parts of the day, and how we could improve from that.
Just from being a baseball player here, you're in a family. Like, that's where they're on our shirts. We see it, you hear it all the time here. You're part of a family, and I think that this whole community that we have in Orono, and me being from Bangor, like, that the community is a tight-knit community. You're going to see people on the streets that you would know. I don't think you get that if you're in a larger setting. So because of that, I think the community aspect of everything is most important. Like you can rely on people to help you out in the community. It doesn't necessarily have to be your neighbor. It could be the Maine baseball team.
Here in Orono, there is snow as far as the eye can see, but it's nice and warm indoors where many big games will be played in the days ahead. Now let's take a look at the upcoming schedule brought to you by U.S. Cellular. In our next piece, we will take you to the Cross Insurance Center where the Maine women's basketball team took part in a You Can Play game, all part of the LGBT initiative.
This year we're really excited about the You Can Play nights that we've just debuted during basketball season. Our teams are embracing it with the wearing of the shooting shirts that have been produced and created. So I think it's really great to see our campuses continue to embrace this initiative over the last few years, and really, again, at the core of it is our student athletes who are driving this partnership, and I think it's a great representation of our conference and focused on the 3 pillars. And this one obviously really in the leadership area, they've taken a very good leadership effort in supporting the You Can Play project, and we're proud to support it as best as we can.
You Can Play is an initiative that America East has teamed up with to support equality for LGBT athletes. So really just trying to establish an environment of equality and respect for all athletes regardless of their sexual orientation. So what we've done, we've had a You Can Play night for men's and women's basketball so far. It was a great turnout. I thought people were really supportive, and so we're going to have another one the 7th at the men's hockey game against Notre Dame, so it should be fun.
Last year a lot of other teams did it, and we just thought it would be like a good thing to kind of bring that to the University of Maine, and this started everything, and then we kind of brought ideas together.
I think it's important for our fans and the community to know that we do support all different types of people, and that you're judged here on your talent and your character, and not your personal choices.
I just think it makes them more comfortable coming here, knowing that no matter who they like or what they like, that they are still welcome here, and I just think that's a good thing what we do.
I think as a student athlete here at a Division I school, you're giving a lot of power. A lot of people don't realize. So I really like to use that power, and that people know my face, to try to spread awareness about great causes like this.
Well, that wraps it up for this week's edition of the Black Bear Insider. Thank you very much for joining us. If you want more information on the Black Bears before our next episode, visit goblackbears.com. They've got all the scores, highlights, and information you could possibly need. Until we see you again, we will say, Go Black Bears.